welcome back to my film and TV channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. We've got a film today I was looking forward to watching, and I've got to watch it quite early after its release. So I'm going to talk about The Long Walk. Yes, it was a long walk. Yes, in real life, probably impossible, but hey, it's only fiction or fantasy fiction, whatever you'd like to call this. Of course, we're looking at dystopian survival thriller film called The Long Walk, 108 minutes, 15 certificate, which is fair enough. Quite brutal parts to this, of course. There is not money. You know, if you're looking for ingenious ways of killing people, needless or not needlessly, but for no real reason apart from they failed, then yeah, you're not going to get much difference. A bit like Squid Games, really, in a way, although some of the deaths in Squid Games are quite interesting, weren't they? Anyway, this is co-produced and directed by Francis Lawrence. We will mention Squid Games again, I promise. And it's based, of course, on the 1979 novel. I've never read it. I'm a big... I was, and then I wasn't, and then I probably am again. A bit of Stephen King fan. I did like some of his early stuff. Then I found him a bit flowery and verbal without too much happening. Then he sort for me improved again. So yeah, I'm a big Stephen King fan. But of course, he wrote this under his other pseudonym, of course, Richard Bachman. Yeah, so I was looking forward to it. What are other people thinking? Well, generally positive, but there are some negatives on this one. Lauren Milici of Total Film liked it. She said, "The Long Walk is not for the faint of heart." It isn't, but it is one of the best Stephen King adaptations ever made. There you go. And one of the best dystopian sci-fi movies to hit the big screen in a really long time. But Roger Moore, my old buddy Roger Moore at Movie Nation, didn't like it so much. He said it's lazy pop psychology, underdeveloped sociology and psychology, and an allegory that never comes close to sticking the landing. Well, I mean, all them big words. No wonder Roger didn't like it. So Lauren and Roger are a wide variation on this one, aren't they? But we'll have a little look anyway, give you my thoughts on it and a couple of other people's as well as we're going through. Please, guys, if you do like the content on the channel, much appreciated. If you can smash that like button, that'd be wonderful. And of course, we have a hype button now, don't we, on YouTube? So if you can give us any hype points, it helps the algorithms, gets me out there, guys, gets me pushed a little bit more without me having to spend a load of money. I found out on Twitter that, you know, if you don't sort of get verified, it just limits what happens. So even though you've got lots of followers, you're just not really getting out there. And I suppose it's the same with these things, with algorithms and YouTube. So any help you can give me, guys, would be much appreciated. And of course, there are other ways of helping the channel as well, but I'll go through those later on. Right, this stars Cooper Hoffman, David Johnson, Garrett Waring, Toot Nyut, Charlie Plummer, Ben Wang, Roman Griffin Davis, Josh Hamilton, Judy Gray, and Mark Hamill. Yes, he gets some juicy roles, doesn't he, Mark? In his older age, he's not the hero he was obviously in his younger days. Is he sort of a grizzled look probably lends itself well to playing a darker role. And what's it about? Well, yes, it's slight tweaks to the book, actually. I've never read the book. I'm actually going to go back and read the book now, or listen to the book on Audible or something like that, because I liked it. Or I'll look at my local library. They'd have a sort of download system where you can listen to it through them as well. So hopefully it's on there. And I will now listen or read the book. Definitely. I'm going away in a week or two, so it'd be great to listen or read that while I'm away. But in the near future, where America has become a police state, of course, 50 lads, although it's 100 in the book, apparently, are selected to enter an annual contest. They volunteer for this. I don't know, why the hell do you volunteer? Things must be really bad. Like, it's not, it's bad enough, isn't it? I mean, why do you volunteer for something where, if you're not the winner, you're going to get killed? I don't know, strange. But obviously, they volunteer, then they go in a raffle, apparently. So the lucky winners, if you can call them that. And of course, the winner will be awarded whatever he wants for the rest of his life, which is fair enough. But is that a risk to take? 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 in the book, of course. And of course, the game is simple. Maintain a steady walking pace of 3 miles per hour. Now, that is easy for me for quite a while. I usually do 4 miles an hour when I go for my walks. It's actually 4 in the book, but they actually decided that 3 was a bit more realistic. Yeah, it is realistic, but not for 5, 6, 7 days, that's for sure. But anyway, I say it's fantasy. It's not real. It's fiction. Anyway, 3 warnings and you're out. Although I thought the warnings in the film were very quick. I mean, I just can't understand it. I mean, they sort of warned them as soon as they sort of stopped. I mean, surely it's based on an average, so how do they know? But hey, there you go. That's just part of the film and part of the story. This was released on the September the 12th, 2025. I'm doing this review on September the 16th, so I managed to watch it on the 15th. Right, yeah, as I say, it's really hard to pick a favourite in this, isn't it? When you know there's only going to be, well, presumably, I say without watching it, there's only going to be one winner. There could be more, but the rules say only one winner, so fair enough. But you want to see if your guy makes it. But of course, the 50 you soon whittle down to 5 or 6 that you know are going to be key to the story. There's no, I wouldn't mind if someone coming into it a bit more, perhaps towards the end. You know, someone perhaps on the periphery, and then as the story goes on, you get to like them more. I mean, you get your main guys that you like initially or you dislike initially, whichever way it is. I wouldn't mind it in a story. Of course, you can adapt a story, and I say I've not read the original or whatever, so. Well, I wouldn't mind if someone being on the periphery who perhaps came into this, which would have been more interesting for me, but that's a personal thing. Of course, my favourite had to be number 47, because that's one of my favourite footballers' numbers, which is 47, Phil Foden for Manchester City. So, yeah, number 47 was my favourite. What happens to him, you'll have to see, won't you? Yeah, it's, as I say, it's really hard to know why you'd understand it. There are motivations for certain key players. You don't get to know a lot of the backstory from most of the characters, and perhaps a little bit more time could have been spent on that. You get to know certain ones, of course, certain key characters, but you know, it's an hour and 45 film, so you know, 50 guys, obviously. But I wouldn't mind a little bit more backstory on one or two. But the walking and the talking was fine. I liked it. It's all about the chat, the personalities, of course. The guys you sort of instantly like, guys you sort of instantly dislike. The trouble is when ones you like get killed quite quickly. It doesn't help, does it? But generally, yeah, it's very watchable. And of course, jeopardy comes into it. As I said, the killing is very simple. You get shot, but there's a lot of jeopardy surrounding it, and obviously little things and panic and tension between the characters. Of course, the actual characters and the guys monitoring the march, if you like, and yeah, so they do dwindle at quite a fast pace. So within before halfway, you're getting down to quite low levels of walkers, which is all right. I'm thinking Walking Dead here, aren't I? Anyway, but it's really a matter of seeing how your investable characters go on, and yeah, I don't mind one or two of them getting bumped off. That sort of keeps you on your toes as far as watching the film. I do remember, if I had to compare it to stuff, I did mention Squid Games before, didn't I? Hunger Games, if you like. Of course, those type of dystopian futures are close to this, but I'm going to go back to one that was you may not have seen it, and I was talking to my lad at the football the other day about it, and I said, give it a watch. It's a great film. There's a film called They Shoot Horses, Don't They? And it's about, of course, a dance competition. Nothing like this. They're not going to get shot in the head if they fail. But I mean, that was really close to this, and that is a cracking film. If you haven't seen it, They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Please go back and watch it. As I say, although they don't get shot, so the actual losing in that is almost as devastating for the competitors. I mean, it was a matter for some of life and death anyway, even though obviously physically they weren't actually killed in the film. It was obviously I think it was shot during the Great Depression, so it's people just needed to sort of look like these desperate guys do to survive. So anyway, that's a slight aside, but I think it's quite close to that in style, and I love that film. I probably now will go back and watch that again at some stage as well. Now I've reminded myself of it. Let's have a look at some of the other thoughts. Critique Janet Katsoulis. She didn't like it. She said Lawrence's commitment to authenticity may be laudable. He filmed almost the entire project on the move in Canada, but it's clear that he was so busy honouring the book he forgot to entertain the audience. I think that's a little harsh from Janet. I was entertained enough. I think he's done the job. Most people were entertained. I think Clint was nearer the mark. Clint Worthington from RogerEbbett.com. He said, the concept in classic King fashion is simple but alluring and designed to explore the kind of adolescent male bonding the author honed in works like Stand By Me and It does. Yeah, he's absolutely spot on. Jamie Graham from Empire liked it. He scored it 80 out of 100. He said, the first of two King as Bachman 2025 thrillers featuring a deadly reality show and dystopian future. Edgar writes, the running man will need to bust a lung to keep up. Certainly will. I'm looking forward to that as well. I might even go back and watch the original of that as well, but let's hope it makes as good a fist of it a better run of it as this one does. Of course, beyond the unrealistic premise, it's fiction, of course. It's all good dark fun with some nice sprinkling of poignant, sad moments. I did ultimately feel really sad at this. Very brutal. I sort of need something lighter to watch now after watching this, I must admit, or read. And I've been looking at the end, just a new little feature, the end. I mean, sometimes I was chatting to a guy about a film that I watched, and the ending was one of these where you literally have to go back on the internet and find out what does the ending mean. I don't like that. I mean, I know it's all clever, makes you decide yourself about things and endings, but I like an end. I like a start to a book. Or a film. I like a middle and I like an end. And I like an end. I don't want to do the work. I mean, I don't want to be figuring it out things myself. So the end, did it satisfy in this? I would probably say yes. I would give this a yes. It's something I'll do for other films as well. But I don't like messing about with film. I want to know, at the end of the day, if you're going to write a story, I want you to end it for me as well. I mean, I can make, you can end it and still make judgments and decisions on it, but I just want an end. And whether it's good or bad, I just want an end. Certain TV series can go on for season after season and give you an ending that's bloody horrible. That you think, oh God, I've wasted all that time, literally, even though you might have enjoyed it, and you don't get a satisfactory ending. So yes, it did satisfy. Let's have a look at some of the other scores. Rotten Tomatoes, 89% positivity, 205 critics, 182 fresh, just 23 rotten. So I'll make that 183 fresh with my rating. The consensus of the website, Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson's soulful performances bring a lot of heart to Stephen King's dystopian tale. They certainly do. Some great acting in this, guys. One or two weak points in it, but generally very good. Make The Long Walk of Life or Death ordeal for its characters, but a riveting ride for audiences. I think it is, yeah. As I say, walking down a road, people getting shot if they don't keep up with the pace. Doesn't sound that exciting, but well done. So I'm quite interested to see how the book solves that as well. Metacritic, their average 71 out of 100. That's 32 critics. 26 were positive, 5 were mixed, and just 1 negative. I'll make that 27 positive. Right, about Joe Public, that's what matters, isn't it? You and me going to the cinema to watch it, or I'll be watching it on stream in a month or two's time. Rotten Tomato audience, 4.2 out of 5. That's good. Metacritic audience, 6.7 out of 10. All good. Internet Movie Database 7.5 with over 9,000 scores and reviews as I'm recording this, and I'd have to agree with that. I'm going to be spot on. I nearly went to 8 with it. I'll go for a 7.5 on this. Very, very good film. Very good. As I said, it's inspired me to go back and watch They Shoot Horses, Don't They, which I think rates over 8 on Internet Movie Database, so that sort of says it all, really. But yeah, I'll give it a 7.5. Let me know what you think, guys. It's all about opinions, of course. We can't always be the same. Some people won't like this. I thought it was very, very good. Let me know your thoughts on this, or anything to do with film and TV, guys. It's wonderful to hear from you. You can contact me here through YouTube or through any of my socials if you need to know about them, or you just want to help. As I said, smash those buttons if you want to help support the channel. There are other ways of doing it as well. And all I ever ask, if you want to contact me or support the channel, just keep watching and listening. Hi again, hope you enjoyed the feature, guys. Thanks for watching. Please, if you did enjoy the content, please give us a thumbs up, and if you've not already done so, press that subscribe button. If you've not already subscribed, that'd be wonderful. It's free to subscribe, absolutely free. Also, check out my social media links if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. They'll all be in the description below. And my special thanks to supporters of the channel, yes, Piat6505, who have an eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia, including posters, books, magazines. There'll be a link again in the comments section. And if you're into your football, don't forget my football stuff on Manchester City for general football fans, but mainly City fans, of course. Or if you know someone who might enjoy that, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very, very grateful. And as ever, guys, comments on this feature is wonderful. Anything to do with film and TV, it's always very, very welcome. It's great to talk film and TV. I thank you guys for your support. Stay safe, everyone.